Oh yeah, Judge Ratha versus Ramasepele. There's a conversation that happened there, and I want you to notice something between Judge Ramasepele between Attorney Ramasepele versus Judge Ratha. Somebody has got to, or the underlining tone was, "Don't waste my time." It is funny how the judge often speak about respect and maintaining the decorum of the court, but often than not, he's the first to violate the very same things that he's complaining about. I mean, I will remind you, I'm going to compile a specific video about this. I will remind you something. This other time, you'll remember Advocate Baloyi when the judge was trying to rebuke Advocate Team Nise. Do you remember that? Where he then tried to involve everybody. And do you remember the contribution from Advocate Baloyi? He said something very interesting there. He said that, you know what, speaking over people is not okay. But who has been the master of speaking over people in that court? The very man who wants the court to be respected. He is the first one to disrespect others. You know, when sometimes people are given power and authority and they don't know how to use power with restraint, you know what I'm saying? Constraining themselves. You know what I'm saying? Having a more discipline. You know, one thing that I've learned is that the more power you give them, the more it demands you to be respectful. It demands you to be committed, dedicated in everything. Because apart from being committed, apart from being dedicated, you are most likely to, and discipline obviously, but you are most likely to mismanage the responsibility or the power that has been borrowed by God to you. Now, in a conversation that happened between Attorney Ramasepele versus Judge Ratha. Now you wonder, I want you to listen to what I'm about to show you. You have to ask yourself, so if the time waster is Attorney Ramasepele, was the state addressed over the same matter? Certainly not. And I will be the first to remind you that the state was not reminded that the evidence that you are leading now, I will not consider it in my judgment. That was only said as soon as the defense took a stand. Then they got to be reminded that, you know what, I'm not going to consider this. You are wasting time. But you didn't say that to the state, that you are wasting time. Is it because you are scared of the state? Is it because the state is supposed to benefit from you, from your preferential treatment? What is it? I want you to tell me in the comment section below. Because I'm a man, you know, I don't understand these things. It's fine. I'll be the first to acknowledge that. But I want you to do me a favor. Listen to Judge Ratha versus Attorney Ramasepele arguing here.
Umnumzana uNtanzi-ke weza-ke wathola ithuba ukuthi azoma kuyona le ndawo omi kuyona-ke wayitshela le nkantolo ukuthi okwakhulunywa uZungu kwangasilona iqiniso ukuthi wayekhona ehostel nokuthi wambona ehostel eshintsha ihoodie emnyama egqoka ihoodie egrey.
Are you with me?
Uhamba nami? Yes.
And furthermore, so sorry, Merot.
Keeping quiet. I don't want to interfere.
Yes.
I read what relevant evidence is. I don't know if you were listening to me. I gave you the definition of what. Maybe we should read it again. Because unfortunately this trial is beset by people who know the law better than this judge. Now I want to quote what I read about irrelevant evidence. It's on section 200. You can take it. I said irrelevant evidence is inadmissible. No evidence as to any fact, matter or thing shall be admissible which is irrelevant or immaterial and which cannot conduce to prove or disprove any point of fact at issue in a criminal proceedings. If you listen to that, I'm just keeping quiet. You cross-examining warrant officer Ndlovu about what is supposed to have been said by another witness. Is that admissible?
My Lord,
No, I'm asking.
it is not
Of
admissible.
course.
but-
Why should I waste my time and say,
Yes.
Ndlovu, whatever Ndlovu can say, you can say that witness danced, the Boogaloo dance.
But may I respond, my Lord?
No, it's not admissible. You know that. If
Yes,
you know that,
yes.
know that I'm not going to take it into consideration when I write the judgment. Like asking this witness to comment on what Zungu said. So what?
I mean, that
But if you listen to the description I gave about irrelevant evidence, which is not conducive and is immaterial to prove anything, if you read your Criminal Procedure Act concerning evidence, you will know that.
my Lord, let me briefly respond so that it's on
Yeah,
record.
fine.
When the state made an application to recall this witness, on my head, I said, this is irrelevant evidence. I said so. The state is dominus litis. They've gone on this trajectory. And if I sit down, my fear is this. Later on, they'll say, I never crossed on this and I let it slide.
Yeah, not this judge. Anyway.
Yes. So I may leave that because I knew that this
Yes.
is irrelevant evidence.
If you listen to the evidence which I read to you, Dr. and Mr. Baloi, I read that, and then I also read what Torpedo and Panza says. He says the word relevant meant that any two facts to which it is applied are so related to each other that according to the common course of events, one, either taken by itself or in connection with other facts, proves or renders probable the past, present, or future existence or non-existence of either. Clearly, then, the question relating to relevance may not be resolved by resorting to juridical formulae, but rather to reason and common sense. For as Schreiner said, who I said it would have been our Chief Justice, observed relevance is based upon a blend of logic, experience, lying outside the law. So when, and I saw his expression, because he's an experienced warrant officer, when he was asked to comment on what Zungu said,
Exactly.
yeah, he knows. I mean, Zungu, ngena kuphi kuye?
Yes.
Because me, I'm an analyst.
Yes.
But I let it pass because I'm told I'm interfering.
And I also objected at the beginning of the evidence in chief. I said, we are
Chief.
only calling this respectable gentleman for this. Then he was
Yeah,
led
fine,
on
I
what
hear you.
Zungu, Mohola, whoever. There were three passages that he was
Okay, fine,
referred
yeah.
to read
Let's go
now.
on, sir.
As the court places, my lord.
It is very strange and it's very concerning to me. I'm very concerned. I'm very strange. I'm very worried about, number one, fairness. Fairness is supposed to be a two-way street. You know, I don't want to tell, okay, let me not, I'll talk about what happened today about fairness. I'll talk about it one day. But fairness, the defense must be fair, the state must be fair, the judge must be fair, the accused must be fair. Honestness, same thing. Transparency, same thing. Treat, like how you treat people. We are not expecting the defense to be under scrutiny, under pressure, always. But the state enjoy all the privileges. First of all, who does the state represent? Ordinarily, the state will represent the public interest. But on the Senzo Mayewa case, the state does not represent the public interest. And I want you to take note of that. Ordinarily, the state represents the public interest. But on the Senzo Mayewa trial, the state does not represent the public interest because how do we measure that the state does not represent the public interest? We must look at the number of people in public that are participating and all of them, who are saying these are not the right accused, you will be shocked. Overwhelming majority of people in this country believe, outside this country, by the way, they believe that they believe that whatever is happening here, right, they are not in favor of it. That's one. Two, let's talk about the treatment. How many times have Baloyi in that court failed to honor the court or to obey the court order? When the judge ordered that this is what I want to see, this is what I want, or this is what should happen. How many times have Baloyi decided not to adhere to that court order? What have the judge said or done about it? Nothing. When the state wanted to introduce this evidence, the defense objected to that, raised those points. The judge was the first to say, the judge in his last argument was, ruling was that the evidence must be led. Knowing exactly the concerns that were raised by the defense, but he allowed it. Number 4, he allows the state to lead that evidence. He says nothing. Number 5, when the defense is now cross-examining based on what the state led, now they are being reminded. They are wasting time. The evidence will not count. This is not going to happen. This is not going. Do you notice that the things that I've just said? I'm not going to go back to it, but did you notice the things that I've just said? That's why some of you guys who are not following this trial. That's why I say to you guys, you don't know. When Mnisi asked for a day, it was a big issue. But the state enjoy unlimited favors, including but not limited to the fact that the judge once said he was willing to offer this guy, Brigadier Kininda, a 3-month study leave, something that was never seen. He knows that it was never seen, but he was willing to offer that. Just to show you now, he was willing to offer these people a week, even when they said to him, we don't need 2 weeks or what, just a day is enough. No, he was busy insisting that, no, I can give you 2 weeks. But when the defense asked a day off, the JP this, the JP that, it's always a problem when the defense are the ones that are initiating adjournment. But when it is the state or him, then it's not a big deal. The JP will not complain. You know what? We are noticing all of those things. Now the problem is the defense is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They are wasting time. They are not supposed to be cross-examining. Then in judgment, he will say, but you did not contest this point. And then they will have nothing to say. Because it was once said to the defense that you did not contest this. The defense now, what they are doing, they are making sure the things that they consider it less important, they now have to prioritize them, because previously they were told that you did not contest this point. Now that they are contesting this point, they are told they are wasting time. What is what? What is happening? Respect, transparency, honestness is a two-way street. Lastly, there are those people who are living in Israel. I know one, and I've been busy. I think I will have to make means to call to WhatsApp just to see if that person is still alive, looking at what Iran has done to Israel, right? I know people who are living in Israel from South Africa. Some of them, I think I have few of them who I was talking to via WhatsApp. Guys, are you safe? Judging from what happened, are you guys safe? Like for real? Are you guys safe? Judging from what happened. And it does look like it's still going to happen. Guys, please, let's reach out to the people who are living in Israel, even those in Iran, even those who are living in the Middle East, because there's a lot of things that are happening in the Middle East. And I'm praying and wishing and hoping that you guys who are in the Middle East, Israel to be specific, I'm hoping that you guys are still safe. I will make my means to reach out to such people. I'm super worried. you will see some of them in the comment section below. That's why I told you guys that this YouTube channel is an international YouTube channel. There are people from United States. One of them goes by the name of Dan Watwat. That guy, that man is from the United States. I've seen him commenting on also other YouTubers as well, specifically around the Senzo Mayowa trial. He's from the US as well. I've spoken to him even via a call. Understand? What I'm saying is, we've got this channel is watched by people who are not even from Africa to begin with, but they are following this channel. So you will notice them. Some are from Africa. Namibia is in. You will see them in the comment section below. Botswana, by the way, just to tell you the stats. Botswana after South Africa, my highest number of people that who are watching my channel is South Africa. From South Africa is Botswana. So we've got Botswana here who are here. That's why they've got a problem when you speak isiZulu sometimes, because they get lost. We've got people from Botswana here. We've got people, different walks of life. I know people from China, people from UK. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's check on our fellow. Because some of these decisions or some of these things that are happening, it's not the will of, sometimes not the will of the majority, it's the will of politicians who get into fight with other people, and then the casualties are you and I on the ground. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think if it was the will, if it was according to the will and the wish of the people, the fight in the Middle East would have ended long ago, because it is a devastating thing, living under threat, not knowing what will happen next. Guys, it's something else. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Please check on our fellow people, fellow humans, even if they are not from South Africa, even if they are from Israel, even if they are from Iran. We must bear in mind that the decisions that are being made are not made by the people like you and I, are made by the government. Some of those decisions does not represent the government, including but not limited to the fact that Ramaphosa has been borrowing money in the what bank. It's not the will of, it's not your will, it's the politicians who are making that decision to go and borrow more money. That is me trying to bring it closer home, to say, hey guys, please let's check on our people.